For more than 50 years, Lippert Components has been producing high-quality HappiJac products for the RV industry. This program will demonstrate the steps to safely operate the electric jack system. First, some precautions. Never allow the back of the camper to become higher than the front. The camper will load best and more safely if the front is kept approximately 4 inches higher than the rear. Stop frequently and check the level of the camper. Also, keep the remote unit dry and do not leave it outdoors. Always stow it in a dry place when not in use. When retracting the jacks, immediately release the button when the jacks begin making a ratcheting sound as they fully slide into the sleeve, completing retraction. The ratcheting sound indicates that the jack is fully retracted and that the motor override clutch is engaged. When operating all 4 jacks at once, stop at the first sound of ratcheting. Then individually retract each jack and stop at the first round of the jack ratcheting. Then, momentarily press the up button for 1 to 2 seconds to release the tension on the jack. Ratcheting for more than 2 to 3 seconds has the same effect as an impact wrench and could cause the jack to seize. If the jack has seized in the ratcheted position due to prolonged ratcheting or infrequent use, disengage the motor head. Insert the manual crank into the crank socket and turn counterclockwise to free the jack. To begin operating the system, the remote must be initialized. Press the All Up and All Down buttons at the same time. The indicator light on the remote will turn green. Then press the Aux In and Aux Out buttons simultaneously to activate the receiver. If the indicator light does not light, open the remote by removing the 6 screws from the back and replace the AA battery inside, or plug in the coiled cord between the remote and the receiver. Pressing the All Up and All Down buttons will turn the remote off as well. The remote buttons are numbered, corresponding to the location of the jacks on your Lance camper, looking forward from the rear of your camper. For instance, buttons 1 and 3 control the left front jack, buttons 2 and 4 control the right front jack, and so on. Please note that the arrows on the buttons indicate the direction of the camper's movement. The red buttons raise the camper, the blue buttons lower the camper. To have all 4 jacks retract at the same time, press and hold the blue or down button, number 5. Then to have all 4 jacks extend at the same time, press and hold the red or up button, number 6. Remember, be careful not to get the camper very far out of level, generally no more than 4 to 6 inches. When operating all 4 jacks, stop often to check the level of the camper and also ensure that all 4 jacks are on the ground. We have built in some safety features as well. Any button held down for 1 continuous minute will cause the system to time out, and all operation will stop. The button must be released, then it or another button must be pressed to continue operation. The purpose of this feature is to minimize the risk of getting the camper dangerously out of level. Also, if no buttons have been pressed for 2 minutes, the system will shut down and the indicator light will go out. This causes both the remote and the receiver to shut down. You can reset the remote by simultaneously pressing All Up and All Down buttons. Then the Aux In and Aux Out buttons to reset the receiver. The receiver is equipped with a tri-state status indicator light. No light means no power to the unit. A red light indicates there is insufficient power for proper operation. An orange light means the receiver is operational but is in idle mode. You will need to reset the receiver. A green light indicates that the receiver is in the operational mode. In the event that you need to operate 1 or more jacks manually, follow these simple steps. First, flip the motor release locking lever, which is on the side of the jack, to the down position. This will disengage the motor head from the jack, allowing it to turn freely by hand. Next, insert the hand crank into the crank socket on the jack and manually raise or lower the jack. Be careful to keep the camper relatively level and do not allow the front of the camper to become lower than the rear. Always return the motor release lever to the up position when not hand cranking. This engages the motor head and locks the jack, preventing possible accidental extension. For more information or technical assistance, please call Lippert Components Technical Support at 574-537-8900 or visit lci1.com/support.